Ladies and gentlemen, we're ready to kick off Sports Sunday, so sit back and relax while public address announcer Tony Giles introduces the starting lineup.
Now, your starting lineup for Sports Sunday. Starting at anchor, a 5'4" Aries from Centerville, Virginia, and a wannabe Wisconsinite. She's a former cross-country star at James Madison University. Put your hands together for Jen Chapman. Also starting at anchor, a 6' Leo from Birmingham, Alabama. He's got a degree in graphic design from ITT Technical Institute. He's a father of 3, B.J. Millican. This is Sports Sunday.
And with that, we usher in a new era on Sundays. We start with a flashback to 2 years ago when Trevor Lacey was helping Alabama defeat Tennessee. But how have things changed?
Things changed, Jen. You are absolutely right. Fast forward to today. Trevor Lacey still filling up the bucket, but now it's wearing NC State across his chest. He scores 21 points to help the Wolfpack upset previously undefeated and second-ranked Duke. 87-75 was the final. They rushed the court, and oh, by the way, the Wolfpack coached by one Mark Godfrey. That's right. And with that, we say welcome in, everyone, to Sports Sunday, the maiden voyage. We are your co-captains on this journey. I'm B.J. Millican.
And I'm Jen Chapman. And Final Four for Hoops is still a long ways away, but there is now a Final Four in the NFL playoffs. The last 2 divisional games played today. First up, let's head to the frozen tundra.
Yeah.
Green Bay and Dallas fighting for an NFC championship ticket to Seattle. The Packers undefeated at home, Cowboys undefeated on the road. Game tied at 7 when Tony Romo finds Terrence Williams, who breaks the tackle, and this is a 38-yard touchdown score.
Here you go.
Cowboys go up 14-7. This rookie was a superstar for Aaron Rodgers today, 117 yards on 7 catches, including this 46-yard score. Packers take over the lead for the first time since the first quarter. And in the fourth quarter, the Rodgers connection, Aaron moving around, finds Richard in the end zone. His only reception of the day would prove to be the game winner. The Packers now get a rematch against the team they lost to the very first game this season, the Seattle Seahawks.
It was exciting this time of year when you're still playing, and it's a great football team. To be the best, you got to beat the best, and they're defending champs. So it'd be a good opportunity for us.
Eddie Lacy with 19 carries, 101 yards. HaHa Clinton-Dix had 6 total tackles. Those 2 Bama players meet Jesse Williams, Kevin Norwood, and James Carpenter next weekend. So 5 former Bama players in the NFC Championship.
That's right. And one former Bama guy who might not play at all the rest of this year is Trent Richardson of the Colts. He was announced as inactive for today's AFC divisional game. Hey, everybody, I'm here. It wasn't a health reason, though. It was a production reason. You see, he's only averaging 3.3 yards per carry this year. A guy who is producing is that guy, Andrew Luck. Nearly 400 yards his last outing, but it was Old Man Manning striking first. 1-yard toss to Demaryius Thomas for the early Broncos lead, but then the Colts giddied up. Luck throwing darts. This one to Dwayne Allen. The Colts trotting to the stables, Jen. This one is the clincher. Luck scrambles. He's going to be clutch and find Hakeem Nicks for the score. Indy moving on 24-13. And could it be the final send-off for the legend Peyton Manning?
I'm disappointed. I kind of need to process this game, and we'll meet tomorrow. I need to process this game. So I'm disappointed right now, is what I am.
To come on the road against a very good team and in this round of the playoffs and get a win like that, that's huge. That's awesome. It's fun.
And here's the AFC Championship game. Here's how it looks. Tom Brady and the Pats hosting the Colts. A total of 3 Bama players in this one. Trent Richardson, who's probably not going to play. Josh Chapman for the Colts. And Dante Hightower for the Patriots.
Now to some women's college basketball. The Crimson Tide came into this afternoon's game against Ole Miss on a 3-game skid. Could they snap it on the road in Oxford? Ole Miss started off the game with 12 unanswered points. Alabama reels them back in, though, and it's going to be freshman Mayashanti Knight as she drives to the hoop, makes this a 1-point game. She finished with 15 points, but Ole Miss doesn't allow the Tide to get any closer. Gracie Frizzle knocks down her 3rd 3 of the game. Rebels end the half on an 11-0 run. But back to Frizzle and her career high of 3-pointers tonight. This girl scored all 24 points from behind the arc. You do the math, 8 3-pointers as Ole Miss wins 77-63. Bama has the other Mississippi team this upcoming week, Mississippi State, next Sunday in Starkville.
Auburn's women hosting 20th ranked Georgia and looking pretty good. Hoover's Tracy Tanner, 2 of her 12 right here. That would give Auburn an early lead. And we move ahead to crunch time. Tigers down a deuce. It's Tanner on the drive. She's going to score it. But Auburn falters down the stretch. The Dogs, the 20th ranked Dogs, win the game 57-52. Hey, much more Sports Sunday is coming your way next, including a new segment called Our Favorite Things.
But next we dive into tomorrow night's college football national title game, and we're getting a little help from Kayla Anderson of WBNS in Columbus. She joins us live from Dallas, where the Buckeyes and Ducks, I know there's no Bama there, will go head-to-head tomorrow night. That's next, so stay with us.
We're back on Sports Sunday. You know, it's always a little awkward, Jen, when these coaches have to pose together 24 hours from trying to beat each other on the field. But nonetheless, that's what we do. Urban Meyer, Mark Helfrich doing the honors today in Dallas with the new playoff trophy. And as much as we would have loved covering this big game on Monday, alas, it was Ohio State who won the Sugar Bowl.
So the honors went to our friends at WBNS in Columbus. Kayla Anderson joins us now from Dallas. Kayla, how's the Lone Star State treating you?
Hey guys, it's going good. It's actually about 30 degrees here the whole entire week. So we did not escape to any vacation from Columbus by any means, but it's going really good, guys.
Awesome. Well, hey, Kayla, you know, you've been with this team all year. Do they have one more big game left in them against the Ducks tomorrow night?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I actually got here probably 2 games into the season coming from Arizona, and I kind of saw right away what kind of a team they were. Urban Meyer has done such a great job with this team, just obviously going through the adversity they've gone through. And for me, you know, the big game for them was really Alabama. And I think they have this mentality now that if they could beat Alabama, that they can beat anybody. And I think it's just all or nothing right now. So, yeah, there's a lot of belief in this team. There's a lot of belief in themselves. And I think that they're definitely going to come out on the upper hand of things.
Coming into the Sugar Bowl, much of the discussion was about third-string quarterback Cardale Jones, and I kind of want to use third-string loosely because, you know, Braxton Miller was injured before the season even began, so really Jones was playing behind J.T. Barrett most of the season. What's it been like watching Jones grow, having to get his first start in the Big Ten Championship, and then following that up with a win against Alabama in the Sugar Bowl?
Yeah, I think it's been pretty phenomenal, to tell you the truth. Let's first give a lot of credit to Tom Herman and Urban Meyer. I don't know what they're doing here, but I guess you can call them the quarterback whisperers, because it's pretty phenomenal that they've just been able to take the next man up and put him on a big stage, and then they've been able to perform. But Cardale is really a phenomenal story, given the fact that when he came here, he was a super immature kid. I don't know if you guys heard about this, but he did in his earlier times here put out a tweet and say, hey, I'm here to play football. What's the point of going to class? He since then has obviously grown a lot. Urban Meyer, you know, said he's really done a 180. He's still got a little more ways to go when it comes to growth, but I think he's proven that in the last 2 games that he's played in. You know, Cardale is one of those guys. He's so big, yet he's able to move, and he's proven when he's gone out on the field, not only is he able to perform on the field, but really that level of professionalism and just how he has really no jitters. It's kind of amazing given the fact that he is only going to be having his third start. So I think in that way, just overall growth, it's been really neat to see that. He's gone from literally a nobody to superstar overnight, and he'll be the first to admit that. He's on campus one day, nobody knows who he is. The next day, he can't walk on campus without, saying hi and shaking hands with everybody.
And Kayla, I got to know you years ago when you were at WAK in Montgomery, so I know you've covered Nick Saban. Now you've covered Urban Meyer for almost a year. How are these guys alike? I know their work ethic is one of those things. And how amazing has it been to watch Coach Meyer kind of turn Ohio State around this year?
They're very similar. I was here when Nick Saban arrived at Alabama. So I saw the fresh Nick Saban, the first-year Nick Saban at Alabama.
Bob,
and he is an intense guy, as you guys know. You guys cover him every day. And Urban Meyer is very similar in that way. That Urban Meyer is, he's an intense guy. He expects the most out of his players. And obviously you can see, the way that they coach is similar because look at their records. I mean, they win. They win championships. They win games. And that's what you want as a head coach in a college program. So they're similar in that way that they take their job seriously. They get their kids prepared. It's kind of a no-nonsense attitude. I would say that Urban's a little more, he'll crack a smile, I think, a little more than Saban does. But, he's done a phenomenal job. I don't think anybody could argue that he's done one of the best coaching jobs this season with what he's gone through with his team.
Hey, Kayla, thanks so much for joining us. Before we let you go, though, got a prediction for us?
I do got a prediction. I'm going to have to – I am a Northwest gal. I'm from Washington State, and I covered the Ducks in my first job. But, after watching this Ohio State team and the grit that they have, I got to go with Ohio State. I'm going to go 38-34 Buckeyes over the Ducks.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Kayla. Hey, enjoy the game tomorrow, and we'll talk to you soon.
That's Kayla Anderson of WBNS in Columbus, and good insight there on the Buckeyes.
Absolutely, and we'll get some more insight from us, as much as we can give when we come back. Don't go anywhere. When we do come back, what do we got for them?
Oh, we've got our favorite things from this week, so stay with us because you don't want to miss it.
Me singing. We're back on Sports Sunday, new segment, Our Favorite Things. Our favorite things this week, Michael Niswander of Hoover and Parker Barano from American Christian, now full scholarship players at Alabama. Congrats to those guys. Good night, everybody.
Good night.